Good evening. We're about to start the hour-long vigil of silence for Lady Loreon. Please feel free to join me if you wish, or to observe it at your own altar too. Let me begin with the dirge of our faith. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Anubis will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. I also want to include this for Serena, our cat priestess, who I believe would be guided by Bast, or one of the other cat goddesses of ancient Egypt. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Bastet will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Anubis will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Bastet and Sekhmet will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Anubis, Bastet, Sekhmet will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. Now we will wait through the hour that we know that Lady Loreon was passing away on this evening 6 years ago. She went to bed at about 10 o'clock, about this time. She'd had a lovely dinner out on the porch by her house. The only unusual thing was just how unusual it was that she would go to bed so early. Usually she would be up till midnight or later, and she had her little path of things that she did, a little dessert, a little television often to relax, an hour's worth of writing whenever she was working on a project. No matter how stressful or challenging the day had been, she always made sure that she did her hours writing. And she believed that Doing that, she could accomplish almost anything she wished to write. And it was one more example of her great discipline and her great ability to focus and to bring forth what she really believed was positive and important. And those are traits that she also shared with Serena, whom we also honor tonight. Despite her many challenges and troubles, she worked extremely hard creatively and was constantly opening up new horizons and new projects, and even more remarkably, never leaving anyone behind. She was the most generous in her praise and in her ability to incorporate others, and to a truly remarkable degree. Someone of her gifts might well have been a bit arrogant, but I never saw that in Serena. She knew who she was. She was very confident, and certainly those were traits shared by Loreon too. But she was never mean and never put people down that I ever saw. So Goddess bless these that we have lost so recently, and for other losses that I may not know of, that you may be mourning. It's hard for us not to have ceremonies to be able to join together and to celebrate the virtues of those that we have lost. I'm hoping that tonight's sitting gives you the space and permission and time to consider these things that have changed in so many, many ways for so many of us. So, from here on out, we're just going to be sitting in peace, in Hotep, as the ancient Egyptians would say. Perhaps we are sitting in the throne of Isis, because we know that Isis certainly mourned and loved deeply. And as painful as our griefs are, they are also a sure measure of our loves. And anyone that we have felt pass from us is someone that we have definitely felt the presence of. And while this is a sad thing to be doing, it's also a lovely and loving thing to be doing for those that we have lost. And I learned a long time ago that any loss is every loss. And when we observe anyone's passing, all of those other losses, big and small, do come along and are present as we usher our beloved one into another dimension, another realm of existence, which I completely believe exists. So, tonight, I trust that we will all feel or have the opportunity to feel that sense of connectedness with those that have passed. Sometimes the pain is too great. If you feel nothing or very little, it doesn't mean that you don't care or didn't care, or that they're not connecting with you. It just means that you need more time to heal, to be able to make those connections, to be able to feel that opening. Right after my own mother died, I had an appointment to have a massage, and it was just a couple of weeks afterwards. And I mentioned where it happened, and it was a student massage at one of these schools, and they went and got, like the head teacher, and it was like, he was very excited. It was kind of strange. He was very excited because he knew that I was in grief, and he wanted and asked very kindly and politely if he could show on my body where that grief was, so that his students could learn that, because it was not something that they commonly were experiencing in their instruction. And so he put his hands on various places that he expected to be painful, that were known storage houses of grief. And a lot of them were up here, almost in a necklace, which is kind of the realm of that higher heart chakra, which we don't always pay much attention to. And sure enough, any place he touched, any place that he thought there would be the pain of grief stored, was extraordinarily tender in spots that I'd never had any problem with. And while we're still in that tenderness of grief, which can last for a very long time, it can last for years, it's hard for us to start experiencing the other subtle energies that ironically can make us feel more connected with those that we've lost. And so it's so important to take the opportunity to clear that, if you possibly can, through whatever modalities that you find or that are recommended to you. Having had that massage, which had basically been focused on grief, I did feel better. I didn't miss my mother any less, but at least the blinding quality of the pain of grief was relieved somewhat. And so I hope that tonight, as we sit alone yet together, with our departed, yet without their physical presence, with our friends, yet without their physical presence, even though they live in this world now, I'm hoping that this helps ease all of our pains of griefs and passings, both recent and long ago. So now we are going to shift to the quiet, and you are more than welcome to stay here with me with that, or you can also sit out the rest of the hour at your altar. But I recommend being in the silence if you possibly can. It is a gift to you, and it is a gift to those that have passed too. So we were fortunate with Lady Loreon. She had what would be termed, we think, an easy passing. She lay down at a little bit after 10, and by 11 o'clock she was gone when a friend came in to check on her. So she was still in the exact same position that she had assumed when she lay down. So that was her passing, a swift one and a gentle one. May it be so for all of us. So I'm going to sing the dirge one more time, and then we'll go into silence. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Anubis will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond is a mystery. Isis awakens thee in peace. Osiris awaits in the underworld. Bastet will guide you to a new destiny. What's beyond